Hey guys, this is gamingwithtape, and today you join me for episode 6 of Fighter Jet Showdown, season 4, the last episode before the grand finale. The final 8 jets will be competing to get into it today, and the first of those will be the F-36 Star Lance, which comes to me from Isaac. And it's quite a nice looking plane, almost sort of Sukhoi, but not quite. It doesn't really look based on anything in particular, but it's quite interesting. It's got wings for some reason around its engines, and it's actually got a third engine inside this bit of wings, and it's got a bunch of control surfaces, and it just flies really well. It's pretty well armed. I just think it looks really nice, and works really well. This will be going up against the F-11 Sorcerer, which comes to me from Pontus, who I believe has submitted quite a few things to Fighter Jet Showdown over the seasons, and this is a single-engined thing based on the F5 Tiger, I want to say, is the designation of the F5, but anyway, yeah, basically, single-engine fighter, fairly small, pretty maneuverable, I believe, fairly lightly armed, but yeah, could be a winning combination. Let's see who will win today. Alright, get them into the air and have a bit of a fight. Single-engine fighters tend not to do super great, because they don't have a ton of thrust-to-weight ratio, and these are going up against tri-engine fighters, so could be difficult, might not, well, we'll see, I guess. I mean, maneuverability may take over, but these are very powerful jets, and they have a lot of control surfaces. It'd be interesting to see some bigger jets do quite well. Most of the winners so far have been quite small jets, because, I don't know, they just seem to do quite well. I don't know. Anyway, I guess they have less drag. Anyway, we're almost at 8 kilometers now, where the fight will begin. And there we go, these guys turning around pretty quickly, these guys turning around slightly quicker, it looks like, and releasing their missiles just about before the other ones. So yeah, they go a few missiles away. These guys are very maneuverable, looking good. And these guys dodging missiles now, as are the other ones. These do look quite good, these engine shrouds. They just look quite weird, I don't know. I like them though. Anyway, hopefully there will be much missile dodging and then subsequent dogfighting. Are you guys popping countermeasures? You did bring... Oh, okay, you did bring countermeasures. That'd be pretty bad if you didn't. Alright, we've got missiles exploding around, but it doesn't look like anything's been hit. But there'll probably be a second wave of missiles before we get into gun range. Ooh, no, okay, one of the F-36s got hit. Looks like he may have just hit the ocean. Well, I actually don't know, but it appears, yeah, he was just rushed into the ocean by missiles. Well, that's a legitimate kill, as I always say. Forcing someone to crash into the ground is how dogfights have gone down in the past. Anyway, so now it's 2-on-1, and what are you? Oh, he was shooting at a missile. I thought he had a longer gun range than he should have, but he didn't. All right, so. Who will win? It's very hard to come back against from a 2-on-1 because you'll be shooting while being shot at. But this guy actually looks like he may have spaced quite well and gets a missile kill on one of the F-11 Sorcerers, who is tumbling into the ground now. And oh, that was a beautiful pass. But now they're running right for each other, and what's going to happen? I don't know. They're jousting, but it doesn't look like either of them have hit. And that the F-36 looks amazing when it passes over planes, but this is clearly slightly more maneuverable, which may just, well, is probably going to be more useful in a dogfight. And yeah, he's actually getting more shots on target, and is now behind the F-36, but probably not for long given the speed of the F-36. But he is putting down fire, and it's just about to leave gun range, but he does have a missile left, which could be helpful. But now the F-36 is turning, and the F-11 fires his missile. Will he get a kill, or will the F-11 pull it out of the bag? This is, well, a little all over the place. It looked like it was going for the F-11s and then the F-36s, but now looks like he shot at his own missile. Oh no, he was just leading his shot. It looked like he shot his own missile, but he didn't. Puts down a bunch of fire, gets a hit, and oh my god, almost collide in the air. The F-36, well, still okay, still has ammo and things, but it's just too fast to be shot, but maybe not maneuverable enough to actually get kills, and appears to actually be strafing out this F-11. That might be what's confusing it. Okay, well, I mean, it durably landed on the ground. I guess there's nothing I can do about it. I don't have hyper-edit to delete the vessel, so not a lot to be done. I'm coming in for another strafing run. Hopefully we'll just be shot down now. I think the F-11s have done a better job of dogfighting and did get the first kill. Oh, but no, he's switched up his targets, and okay. But look at that F-11 turning so quickly right on the tail of the F-36, putting down gunfire. Clearly a superior dogfighter, just lacking in speed. But, ooh, I've got a few hits, but not enough. Clearly the Vulcan's not quite accurate enough to do much damage. I do have a redaction to issue, actually. I said, oh wait, this guy's been chased into the ground and dies. Alright. The F-11 wins. Okay, the F-11 takes the victory, manages to force the F-36 into the ground, kind of. But, yeah, alright, cool. The F-11, single engine, going to the semi-finals. I was going to say I need to issue a redaction about the thing I said about missiles last time. I said missiles were named missiles because they miss and explode, but obviously missiles is a really old word from, like, Greek or some shit. And where's my pen? I need to write this down. There it is. Sorry, I need to write down the leak thing. Anyway, yeah, missiles, obviously, old word. But apparently, the difference between a missile that actually makes a collision and and blows up near an aircraft is talked about in missile design. So it's not that they were named for missing, but that is how they're talked about. Anyway, slight redaction from something very stupid I said last time. And yeah, let's move on to the next round. Okay, so the next aircraft to go up will be the X-42 from Frank on the Discord. And yeah, these are some nice looking jets. They fly very well. They're using a big delta wing. They've got lots of control surfaces. Pretty well armed. Using the Cheetah engines. The Cheetah. Which might, well, hopefully aren't overpowered, or otherwise they'll become the Cheetah engines. And yeah, interesting custom intakes, all that kind of stuff. They look good. These will be going up against the YMS-01A Striker, which comes to me from Cutesy, but spelt like Q-U-E-T-Z-E, so not like cutesy, like cutesy. And these are pretty cool. They're kind of really thin at the front because they're just connected by this tail connector. But big wing surfaces, pretty Sukhoi-y, pretty good, pretty well armed. Let's get them into the air, see who does the thing. Make sure I quick saved, and let's go. See who wins, see who murders, see who does whatever. Yeah, fuck yeah. Anyway, yeah, these did seem to have some weird problem with the cockpit. When I spawned them with the vessel mover, they spawned upside down because I guess this cockpit mod's kind of broken? I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, no, loads of aircraft use that cockpit mod. Maybe it has like some other control point? Yeah, maybe. Anyway, doesn't matter. Right, well, almost at 8 kilometers now, and we'll have to start shooting each other. Well, firing missiles at each other, then shooting each other. These guys are just using 6 missiles, and these guys with, yeah, 6 missiles. Evenly armed. Anyway, okay, we're almost at 8 kilometers. Just checking those numbers. I know, look nice flying in formation. Anyway, it's starting. Who turns first? These guys turn first, and very quickly. Will they get into... Oh, but they didn't fire their missiles. Interesting. Well, do they have radars? Yeah, they have radars. That's weird. Maybe these guys are using ECM jammers. Maybe that is part of it. Or maybe they're stealthy aircraft. I don't know. It's just about... they don't look stealthy, because the way stealth works, at least in BD Armory, is you need to have your... Well, it's just about minimizing your radar cross-section, and you can also do that by angling parts in a certain way to deflect radar to build like stealthy-looking aircraft, so that might be part of it. But, well, who knows? Anyway, we're already in dogfight, in gun range, and this guy's lighting up one of the X-42s, and takes him down. Now it is 2-on-1. Whoa! I actually didn't really see this coming. I thought these were the better aircraft, but no, they're actually kind of being dominated by the. Oh, they are more maneuverable, but I guess just the missile disadvantage really just screwed them, and now they've been stripped apart because the other two stayed together, and the X-42s are defeated very quickly. Did not think that would happen. Actually, I really thought the X-42s was something special. But no, the Strikers, very good aircraft, very effective. Yeah, you can see how they could be pretty stealthy. They do have parts angled which may deflect some radar cross-section. May deflect some radar. Well, anyway, they'll be going through to the semi-final. Let's move on to the next round to see who else will be going to the semi-final. Alright, so the next jets to go up will be the F-65 Solar Flare, which comes to me from Kerbal Defense Ministry. And this is another small fighter, kind of raised up cockpit and control surfaces, very compact, the kind of thing we've seen do very well before. These will be going up against a dogfighting pair, the Thatcher 2 and the Zarok 2 from Spierka. And these interesting aircraft, the Thatcher style, the Thatcher Mark 1, I believe, competed in the second season of Fighter Jet Showdown and did quite well, if I remember rightly. So these could be quite good, and they're very scary. They've both got very pointy fronts for well, settling things like gentlemen with aerial melee. And yeah, let's get them into the air. Let's see if these things work. These weird-looking spiky aircraft. With 4 wheels. That's an interesting choice. Anyway, looks like they take off relatively similarly. These guys using cheetah engines, which tend to be quite good. With these big spikes on the front, big nose cones. Everyone's using spikes now, because they know aerial melee is the only true way to kill an aircraft. You can't be using guns or missiles. That is my favourite way of killing an aircraft, by the way. In fact, one fighter did win and get through to the final of Fighter Jet Showdown, I believe Season 3, by doing the most amazing aerial melee kill in the world. You should go back and find it. It's just insane. Okay, these guys unleash just a slew of missiles, because they've got their missiles per target set quite high, which may really help them take down the Thatcher and Zarok. But these guys are looking pretty fierce. I mean, they just look like fierce aircraft. But 4 missiles is not enough to take down the spiky fronted thing. Where's the Zarok? All the way over here on the... Ooh, just to see the Thatcher die. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's a lot of missiles. But now this guy looks like he might be on the tail of the little tiny aircraft and gets a bunch of shots, and they almost exchange aerial melee. That would have been insane. That was some really close shit. These guys are fast. I didn't point out the engines, but this guy has a ramjet and 2 Panther engines, and is lighting up the F-65, but is taking fire itself, so may not be long for this world. But he just gets away. This guy is maneuverable. This is insane, but so is the little tiny F-65. Where's the other one, though? He's hiding all the way down there, putting fire on the Zarok now, and takes out something, and he flips a little bit, but he's still going. He's fine. He's not phased. Oh, but he's right on the tail now, those tiny little things, looking rather terrifying, but he pulls a split S, gets behind the F-65, but doesn't manage to stay behind him. But might put some fire away now if he can just stay on the tail of one of these aircraft, and then it will be 1-on-1, and he has some kind of chance of winning. But it's, well, hard to say right now. These little ones are moving around very quickly. He's taking some fire now. Both of them on the tail of the Zarok 2. Not looking fantastic for this pointy, spiky aircraft. Maybe he can score a honourable, glorious melee kill. But it's not looking super like it's going to happen. Those guys are really on the tail. They look very tall from in front of them. But he pulls another maneuver, gets behind them. This could be a long fight, actually. This is a fantastic aircraft. And now he's coming right alongside, really just flipping off the pilot with his Top Gun maneuver. That's what it is, Top Gun. You hear they're making Top Gun 2? That'll be probably, hopefully, good. Anyway, this guy getting shot now and is tumbling into the ground. Oh, but will he hold it together? He is holding it together, but it's not looking great. He fought hard and fought well. If he had only gotten further, he could have maybe been an honourable mention, but you do have to get further. Oh, wow. Will he get a melee kill? No, so close. That would have been amazing. That would have been the greatest upset in the history of sport. And that is why I'm not counting this guy out yet. It's just, I want it so much. I want a melee kill. He's doing a 6 spin again, trying to score a melee kill, clearly. That is clearly what he is his goal now, to kill them with anything he can. He is annoyingly out of missiles, and he could score a very sneaky kill. But he has lost control and slams into the ocean. The F-65 victorious, and will be going to the semi-final. But yeah, they're making Top Gun 2. Apparently, it's mostly about drones, which will be boring as fuck. Imagine the thing where Goose gets shot down or whatever, and he's spinning out, and it's like Goose, and then they just cut back to like the room where they're with Xbox controllers, and it's like, oh, we're fine. Okay, all right. Drones are boring. Anyway, let's move on to the final round of the semi-final to see who will be facing the F-65 in the semi-final. I meant last round of the qualifier. I know words. So, the final round of the qualifier between the ERA Systems Kestrel 6A and B, fairly similar aircraft, except this one carries a GAU 8, and this one carries 2 Vulcan cannons and an ECM jammer. These are pretty nice looking aircraft. perform pretty well, I think. 2 engines look sort of like something you'd see in the real world. And these will be going up against the these are from Alistair, by the way. And these will be going up against the T14 M7 Shikra, not Shakira. Shikra. And these are some really fierce looking aircraft. These fly really well. Using the cheater engines, they have a lot of control authority here. Those go these turn as much as they can for maximum turn rate. And yeah, they look pretty fierce. Anyway, let's get them into the air and see who will win and go up against the F-65, I guess, which will be an interesting fight. Yeah, these are pretty mean aircraft from when I was flying them around. I do fly around pretty much every aircraft that gets sent. Well, not everyone I get sent, everyone I really look at in detail. Because I get sent a lot of aircraft. There's some people wondering still, why aren't my aircraft in the competition? It's like, well, because there's like, out of, you know, 400, it's like unlikely that everyone's can get in, you know. So I'm sorry if your aircraft haven't gotten in, but there are just so many. So many now that I actually can't even look through all of them. Anyway, yeah, there's just it's out of hand. I try to look through as many as possible, but I mean there's a point where it gets ridiculous. So yeah. Anyway, no, but I do try and fly around a lot of the aircraft because I really enjoy doing that. Anyway, we're in a fight now. There's missiles going in for this guy. He's got a couple coming in and 3 going in for that T-14 over there. But this guy pretty much just outruns them laterally and fires another missile, dodging another one in as he does it. Clearly a professional. These guys firing missiles, dodging missiles, seem pretty unfazed. Clearly 2 pretty damn good aircraft if they can dodge all these missiles, because there are a lot of them in the air right now. Ooh! Oh wow, one of the ERA systems has been hit and taken down by the T-14. But now we're in gun range. This guy lights up one of the T-14s with his GAU-8, but doesn't do any damage. And it is now 2-on-1, a very difficult situation for the best of aircraft. So, will he survive? Will he be shot down? Will more missiles get him? Or will it be, well, a gunfight or an actual honourable fight with melee? He takes a hit from the T-14, takes a few more hits, and is now out of control and out of thrust and out of life. And will now tumble into the ground. What? The GAU-8's connected to the... I don't know. Oh my god, where's that coming from? Down there. Jesus, they're all over the place. These guys are mean. I hardly saw them. Jeez. They also look a little bit stealthy, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so let's move on to the semi-final. Well done to the T-14s. Very good. Did I say these were from Max? I think I might not have. These were from Max, not Maximus Light, a different Max. But if I forgot to mention that, I'm sorry. Well done. These are good. This is the shit I'm talking about. Why are you upside down? Maybe it is, can I? Yay! Alright, cool. There must be a probe in here. Or just another cockpit? Whoa! What happened there? What? Interesting. We're learning things today. What the fuck? Anyway, alright. I guess this would be really useful for actually, like, moving it across mountains. Because, like, in Fall of Kerbal, we'd always crash ships into shit, because we had to move them over things. Anyway, yeah, that's a little look into my mods. So, of course, the first round of the semi-final is between the F-11 Sorcerer and the YMS-01A Striker. Let's get them into the air. The Striker, of course, surprised me a little bit in its first round by being really damn good. I like it when I'm surprised by things like that, by when things are amazing. And this is a nice aircraft. Does look a little weird. Spawns weird for some reason. There must be another control service in here. Another control point in here somewhere. Who knows? Maybe it's... well, points down. It's upside down, so... Anyway, yeah, interesting that Vessel Mover can change the height at which it holds things, though. That would be easier... well, convenient for moving things long distances. Because, like I was saying, in Fall of Kerbal, we had to move our big ships around, like, all the time with Vessel Mover. And sometimes you'd move them over the land, because it would be easier to get to a mountain, get to a bit of the ocean. And, yeah, if you could raise it up, that would have been helpful. I wish I'd known that. Anyway, a little bit of mod watch with tape. Anyway, it looks like these guys have turned around the quickest and fired their missiles. These are excellent turn fighters. It is very hard to do single engines really well, but, These seem to be some of the best I've seen, and they do look nice as well. And maybe... no, I don't think these are stealthy. Just suggesting that everything is stealthy, because I found out that it actually works last episode, and I'm like, I wonder how this works. Someone did actually send me, the guy who made the stealthy aircraft last time did actually send me an email about it, which was nice of him. I do try and read emails I get, but I do get a lot of emails, I think, about Fighter Jet Showdown asking me if I've received crap, and it's like, I can't respond to all of them. I get a lot of them. Just if you send it to my email address, I received it, and I'll see it, and I'll almost definitely look through it. Occasionally, I think I do miss crap, though. Like I was saying earlier, I get a lot, it's hard. Anyway, I have a hard life of playing video games for money. It's very difficult. Anyway... Anyway, we're almost in gun range now. This could get interesting. These guys dodging missiles just easily with their... although whenever I say something like that, something explodes, so I should be more careful. Although it would be nice to know I had the power to do that kind of stuff just by saying it. Oh, and he gets hit by a missile and taken out. As I was talking about it, I do have the power. Alright, it's gun range time. There's jousting going on. This guy is now 2-on-1. In the opposite situation he found himself in the qualifier, but he does have that remaining missile. Maybe, does he carry 4 missiles and then just keeps one around, maybe? Ooh, and he's lighting up one of the YMSs, and doesn't do any damage, and now it's a joust, and oh god, is it going to be a... Oh, I thought it was going to be a gentlemanly kill there, a nice... oh, and he gets ripped apart. Ripped apart by bullets. The YMS doing extremely well. That is a brutal fighter and really nice. I don't know. It doesn't appear to ever be the most maneuverable fighter, but it's very good. I guess it does have 4 guns, and it's just very consistent and quite fast. Yeah, what's the secret sauce here? Usually it's quite obvious, but I'm not sure about this one. Anyway, this will be going through to the final, though. Maybe we'll find its secret sauce there. It's... Ooh, yeah. Or maybe it'll crash into the ground after it's won. Anyway. Alright, let's move to the second round of the semi-final to see who will be facing the YMS. That is the Your Movie Sucks. That's why it sounds so familiar, because there's a channel called Your Movie Sucks. Anyway, alright, let's move on to the next round. Alright, the second round of the semi-final, of course, between the F-65 Solar Flare and the T-14 M7 Shikra, not Shakira. It's not the singer. Alright, let's get going. Who's gonna win? This is interesting. These are pretty small aircraft, but they're actually just quite compact. They're not actually that much smaller than these aircraft. These are pretty small, and these are very maneuverable. They have these big control surfaces in the front. And these control surfaces turn 150 degrees, not just 100. I assume that's degrees. Or maybe just percentage, I don't know. Anyway, these guys, they jitter around a lot. They just move instantly. It's insane. Anyway, we are almost at the fight start already, and the turning happens very quickly. These guys fire their missiles first. The F-65s also firing their missiles. Looks like they're unleashing, well, AMRAAMs, obviously, at this range. I thought maybe there was a Sidewinder getting away there. That'd be odd. Anyway, the T-14s, whoa, that's a lot of missiles, Jesus Christ. This guy has a lot to deal with. It looks like they've both targeted the same fighter, and it's not looking good for this guy. There is a hell of a lot of missiles, but he pulls up just in time, and he's fine. Alright, cool, nice. Anyway, now we're into gun range. The other T-14 streaking in, this one taking fire from the F-65, but that one shooting that guy, oh my god, there's so much shooting going on. This is so hard to film. Maybe from this guy's perspective? No, this guy's perspective. Alright, he's putting down fire on someone, but now he's taking fire and gets destroyed by the T-14. And now it's just one F-65 versus the T-14s, and they almost collide. Holy hell, that was cool. Alright, so where is the other T-14? I never see him. They move too quickly. That guy coming in, putting down fire. This guy trying to shoot him, but getting lit up before he can. And the T-14s are victorious extremely quickly. Yeah, these are some good aircraft. I think these might take it all the way. Alright, let's move on to the final to see if these will defeat the YMS. Also interesting about Vessel Mover, when you press the button like this, it moves faster. So I can move stuff really quickly like this. Yeah, I think I've ruined everything though. I think I've destroyed the textures. Please don't explode. We're learning about Vessel Mover today though. Look at that, and then it gets... Nope, wrong button. Then it gets a little slower. Then way slower if I drop it down even more. That's really cool. I didn't know that. But I think I have buggered the textures on this, so I might have to redo this. Alright, so after learning more about Vessel Mover, we are at the final of today's episode. This, of course, between the T-14 M7 Shikra from Max. Not Max Light, a different Max, but probably equally good aircraft. And these will be going up against the constantly surprising me YMS-01A Striker from Cutesy, spelt with a Q. Alright, let's get them into the air. Jesus, what was that? That can't have been good. Well, you're fine. Alright, this should be a pretty good dogfight. These are much bigger, you can see just then. These are some big aircraft. These are deceivingly small. They look just like normal-sized aircraft, but these are quite small parts. I think they are scaled down, and yeah. But they are very maneuverable. This should be good. Although, if I were a betting man, I'll put my money on this guy. However, these guys have surprised me in every fight, so, you know, it'll be interesting. Alright, so, getting out to almost 8 kilometers for the Showdown of Showdown. Well, actually, no, the Showdown of Showdowns will be next episode. Actually, no, that'll be the Showdown, just the Showdown. But I might do an episode with all 4 winners and maybe 4 honorable mentions at some point, and do the Showdown of all fighter jet showdowns. That could be quite cool. We might even see the evolution of quality of fighters through that. Anyway, missiles going in don't seem to be a problem for anyone. The T-14s over there seem to be doing a good job at dodging and moving really goddamn quickly because they're very light. Fire a missile, dodge a missile. It means nothing to them. They've split quite far apart though. It looks like the YMSs. Oh no, they're pretty far apart as well. So this should be a set of one-on-ones, which is very hard to capture on film. So well, on camera. I'm not actually recording this on film, surprisingly. Anyway, we are in range now, though, and it is gunfighting time. There's so much going on. I'm going to watch that from... Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. He's firing at this guy, and lights him up, destroying him quickly, and the other T-14 also taking shots at the other YMS, and lights him up, ripping him apart very quickly. A nice dogfight to end, but a quick one. Oh no, he is not done. He is not fucking done. Oh wow, no, he is not done. Holy shit, this got cool. Right on his tail, puts a bunch of gunfire into him, dodges some debris, and will now fly off into the distance, victorious. Well done to Max. This is a fantastic aircraft. Clearly the maximum aircraft. It's maximum. It's Max. I'm great. Alright, cool, I'm funny. Anyway, yes, that is that. Next episode will be the finale between the winners of each episode and 2 honorable mentions. If you have any ones you want... Well, the way the honorable mentions are picked is they have to have gotten to the final of one of these episodes, except maybe in a very specific case if there was an amazing one that just happened not to get in. But if you have anything you'd like to see, any fighters you think should be the 2 honorable mentions, put them in the comments or on the Discord or something. And yeah, maybe we'll see you next episode. I hope you've enjoyed this. This has been episode 6 of Fighter Jet Showdown Season 4. I'll see you next time.